What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jazzy FAUX and Fanny Slam coming at you with another FAUX the Streamers podcast episode. We got another guest here today joining us. You already know how we do. Give them the hard questions, grill them a little bit, and see what they have to say about their streaming journey and maybe any advice or trials and tribulations that they went through. Share some of that wisdom so that all the rest of us don't make any of the same mistakes. And this time, our guest is DerpDar. Now, Derp, do you want to freaking say a little about yourself? Give yourself a plug. Tell people about your stream. Tell people where we can find you on all socials. Let us know.
Man, I don't know how I'm going to compete with that energy, first of all. Like, even when I'm on stream, I'm not that high energy, you know? I'm usually about right here.
Listen, but it's not a competition, all right? No one can compete with this.
No. Well, my name is DerpDar. As Jazzy said, you can find me at twitch.tv/DerpDar. I'm a variety streamer who leans more towards horror games, and I don't even know what I play anymore. Souls games? A ton of Souls games.
What's the last horror game you played?
Demonologist, I'd like to say.
Yeah, a classic.
Yeah, it's a classic.
I love that one because, like, it had some scares in it that actually got me. Because, like, usually when I'm playing a horror game, I'm just sitting there, like, dead-eyed fish just staring at the screen like, oh, man, I can sense a jump scare. Oh, look, he jumped out of the trash can.
Yeah.
I feel the energy, but even though I know he's come out of the trash can, it still gets me.
Nah, I hardly like that.
It's actually funny because horror games were one of the first, like, games I played, because like before that I played platformers like Mario and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
But then I think I was about 5, 7, somewhere in that area. I walked into where my cousin was staying on a vacation, and he was sitting there playing Resident Evil, and I was like, what is this game? I need to know what this is.
Sign me up.
Exactly. It's a video game I've never played before. What's going on here? When they left the house, I stayed behind and I turned on the PlayStation and I played through the entirety of Resident Evil.
Nice.
And I got in trouble for that.
Nah,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, sure.
Worth it.
Yeah, totally.
All right, but hold on. We got a little off track there. All right. So your name is DerpDar. We can find you on Twitch at twitch.tv/DerpDar. Now, if you don't know how that's spelled, it's DerpDar. All right, one more time for your ears. DerpDar. DerpDar. All right. Where else can we find you, DerpDar? Are you on Twitter or anything else?
I mean, I was on Twitter. I kind of unplugged myself from Twitter. I found it way too toxic for me.
So toxic, but you know.
It really is.
It's amazing for getting yourself out there. It's just kind of like TikTok. But my problem is with social media is if I'm on social media, I stay on social media forever.
Yeah.
I wish I had that issue. I
No, because doom scrolling forever, Jazzy.
It's now part of my job to be on social media. And as someone who has never been on social media, it's very cumbersome. I'm just like, I have to tell people. I forget to tweet out all the time. So much. I'll just be like, I'll even have like a great thought, and I'm like, I should tweet that. And then I'll be like, I just tweeted like an hour ago. Maybe I shouldn't do it back to back that quick. It's like, I don't know. Crazy.
You haven't installed the Discord thing where, like, from your announcements, it'll auto go to Twitter?
I think I used to, but not anymore. You'll have to slide me the deets. I'll have to do that. I want it.
I can hook you up with that.
Please do. All right. and then we'll include it as a package bundle in this episode. And like, you too can also have that tool that DerpDar is giving us. All right, guys. But anyway,
I'm gonna have to Google searching.
Let's go ahead and run through some of these questions. All right. So for those of you who have heard before, you know how you probably know the vibe of questions that we're going to ask. But DerpDar has no idea. So we're just going to go ahead and start from no place in particular, but for me, I'll start at the top. And that's going through your streaming journey. What's something like that I guess you would say you wish you knew before you started?
One, don't leave your microphone on mute when you first go live. That was a fun one. That was
Everyone makes
my
that.
yeah. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
No. One of the things I would recommend is don't care about the numbers. I know a lot of people say, like,
True.
yeah, don't pay attention to the numbers, but that is almost impossible to do when you start out because you're like, okay, am I streaming to nobody or am I streaming to 2 people, Yeah, that and get a good mic. If you don't have a face cam, like the sound is the only thing people are going to know. Like the sound of your voice is the only thing people are going to know.
Exactly.
So
It's also a lot of mobile viewers won't be watching the stream. They'll be just listening. So it's definitely, and it's accessible as well.
True.
It's way more accessible than a camera.
And of course, you don't want to, like you said, look at the numbers. It is hard, but if you can tear it away. But that's also why it's, and like off of what Fanny just said too, like mobile listeners not watching, or just anyone really not watching. Like I personally have a lot of people who work and lurk, so they may not be watching actively, but they're listening. And the reason why it's important for both of those points, funnily enough, which is, don't look at the numbers, but also for people who are not actively watching but are listening, it's important to talk to yourself and narrate all the time. Because if I'm not watching you actively, I would kind of like to still know what's going on. So if you're like, I'm walking up this hill, I'm hitting this guy in the head, like, that's great because now I know what's happening,
Yeah.
So
as someone who streams with a lot of ADHD, also maintaining your energy levels.
Oh, yeah.
Because there a lot of times, like, I'll like peak at the beginning and then suddenly like it's like 4 hours in and I'm starting to feel it and I'm just like,
yeah.
Fanny can attest to the fact that when I first started, or not maybe I first started, but like around the beginning of my streaming journey, I would do that a lot. Now I'm medicated and the energy levels are even all the way through.
yeah. You've got a damn pat. You know everything.
I need to get on that train.
Yeah, it helps a lot. Well, okay. So these are some of the important things, but just to bring it back, what's the one? So out of all the mistakes, what's the one thing? Like, if you could impart advice onto people who are first starting to stream or thinking about streaming, what's the one thing that you would tell them more than anything else?
Just keep talking, because as long as you keep talking, it doesn't matter if you have 0 viewers or 100 viewers. Like, if somebody tunes in, they'll be like, this person's interesting. I want to get to know them. Then they'll start bamping with you. And guess what? Now you got someone else to talk to and something else to play on. That keeps making content. The whole thing, content is key. That is 100% true.
It's facts. Man, speaking straight facts. So we've never had someone give that answer before, so it's really refreshing as well.
It's true.
And it's true.
It took me 4 years to learn that.
Wow.
I mean, it takes everyone a different amount of time. So
Yeah.
I saw, for some people, I'd even say that's quite quick. So,
Yeah.
honestly, like, you got nothing to worry about, but the thing is, now, and that's what's important. So what did you quickly learn about streaming that you didn't realize before?
It's a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I know a lot of people think it's just playing video games on the internet. Like,
Oh, I wish it was.
Yeah, God.
So
Then everyone would be doing it, though.
let me tell you a little story. I started back in like 2019, April 20th, 2019.
Peak
I
COVID?
think I was
Actually, that's not
playing-
peak COVID.
Yeah. No, that was right before COVID.
Yeah, it was right.
Because I had just bought a computer and I was like, I want to start streaming, like I was going through a bad depression at the time. I wanted to get out there, meet new friends and stuff. Matter of fact, like through those first couple streams, I reconnected with a dude I went to high school with. And
Oh, wow.
now we're like really good friends. Yeah. One line there.
awesome.
Shout out to him. That's all streams are, man. It's just building a community and having fun with that community. You know it. You're doing it. You're doing what I want to do right now.
What do you mean you're doing it too? What do you mean?
I want to do a podcast.
I do a podcast.
Do
Nothing's
it.
stopping you.
Yeah, you do it. You're doing one now. Do you have a full or part-time job apart from streaming?
Part-time job. Well, it's a part-time job that pays like a full-time job. Basically,
Hold on now.
Can we get one?
You spill the tea.
so I got lucky and got a job as a food service worker at a hospital. And what that means is I'm just delivering food to patients' rooms and picking up trays in the evening. That is literally all I do. It pays my mortgage. It pays my bills. Everything else, anything I make off streaming goes to the stream, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice.
You guys hiring?
Nice. Yeah, I'm telling you. I need. All right, I'm gonna look out for that job. But what was it called?
Yeah.
Food service worker level 2.
Food service worker level 2. Drive to one. Wow. Oh God. How do you find managing streaming while also managing your part-time job? Is that hard, or do you find that pretty easy?
Yes, it is very hard. I am terrible at it.
All right. Why are you terrible at it?
Motivation mainly. I'm really bad at motivating myself.
Like motivating yourself to stream, or okay, yeah, after work.
Set up stuff for stream and whatnot, because like right now I'm only streaming 3 days a week, and that's like, no offense to anyone who streams 3 days a week, especially on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, but those are terrible days for streaming.
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday it's not great.
Monday and Tuesday are better because you get the lurkers, and let's face it, lurkers make Twitch go round.
All streaming platforms,
Backbone of streaming.
True.
Yeah, true. YouTube, Twitch. I don't know if anybody does Kick. I'm not cool with Kick, so
Facebook.
We've gone off on platforms before in an episode.
It's true. I'm more neutral ground, but I don't really agree with the company. But
yeah, exactly.
He says part-time, but you're streaming every like Monday, Tuesday, and Sunday. I should have started with Sunday, but so streaming every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But what days do you work?
Wednesday through Saturday.
All right. So you're not actually like streaming after, like you're not actually streaming outside of your work hours, or rather inside of your work hours. So where's this motivational issue coming from?
Is
myself mainly. I'm not gonna lie to you. It is 100% myself.
That's fair.
Like I said, struggle with ADHD. I have had anxiety my whole life, depression, and it really bad imposter syndrome when it comes to streaming.
Oh yeah.
Understandable. Don't worry, DerpDar. You're enough. Come here.
I know I am. Thank you. Bring it in. Hold on, I did a little bit more of that.
Yeah. So we're just giving him head pats and face strokes, okay?
Yeah.
That's what
My bad.
that's fair. That's understandable. So what part of like motivation are you lacking from? Like what? Like I'm not saying like, I know what you say is from yourself, obviously, whatever the reasoning for yourself may be. But I mean, like what is going through your head when you have this lack of motivation, and how do you, if at all, push through that for other people who may have the same issue?
I don't recommend this for everyone, but how I push through is perseverance, just sheer perseverance. It's like, no, I have to get this done. I want to be an entertainer. You have to put in the legwork to be an entertainer.
Respect. That's respect. I'm much the same way. I have struggled with the spicy depression and other things as well with ADHD and all that good stuff. But even if I'm going through a very deep depressive episode, I always force myself to get on and stream, because I know the second I see that first person in chat, I start feeling immediately better. It's literally like it's like uplifting to me. It is my mental health. What would you say? Like my mental health clinic. Like It's
Streaming is just therapy, bro.
exactly. It's how I feel better. You know, people are like, "Oh, Jazzy, like take a day off, it'll make you feel better." I'm like, "No, being here makes me feel better." Like, you know, it's the
Jazzy's like,
opposite.
better help who? I just had stream.
Exactly. You know, you've kind of touched on this, DerpDar, but are your streams more of a hobby, or do you hope to turn it into a career? But I feel like I already know what you're going to say, but why don't you tell us definitively?
I definitely want to turn it into a career. I actually have a dream for my stream that I want to do that no one else is doing right now. I will let you guys in on it. You can't steal it from me.
Tell us right now, but we'll just make sure we say that anything that DerpDar says here is his own intellectual property, and if we catch you stealing it, we have the proof. It's right here. He said it.
Thank you.
All right?
Well, for hands.
Exactly. We'll pull up on you.
I'll say Jazzy after.
What's the idea? I'm ready.
So, I want to turn my stream into another MTV, like old MTV. I want people to send me their music. I want to play their music while I am in a BRB screen. I want to play it while I'm talking to the audience. I want to judge music, all that stuff.
So you make music guy.
Like, I'm a huge music guy.
Awesome.
Are you an audiophile?
I mean, say that to like my 120 records in the living room right now.
Question answered.
Weird.
So are you more of a schedule, are you like more of a I'm going to schedule my streams kind of guy, or are you more of a I'll just stream whatever kind of guy? I feel like I know the answer, but tell us definitively.
Yeah, I'm a whenever guy for real, because I have really bad anxiety when it comes to planning like a stream. There were times in the past where I was like, yeah, I'm going. I was like, yeah, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? Like,
Yeah.
right. Well,
You're waiting for at least.
So when I didn't have a job, I was streaming every day.
Damn.
Absolutely every day. That's how I got to where I am today.
Nice. I used to do it every day. But I don't know.
I'm so glad you stopped, man.
I wasn't like burning myself out because everyone's like burnout, but like I don't know, I love it too much. But it wasn't like
You were
burnout.
burning yourself out,
It was
but
more
you
just
needed
like
to find a balance.
well, I needed personal time, like
Exactly.
like, you know,
Yeah.
'cause there's some things I would
If
like
you
to
had
do.
kept doing it, I would have worried for Foxy.
I burn out really easy though, and that was the problem. I
Yeah,
burnt
same
myself
here.
out completely,
That's fair.
and I actually took like 2 months off streaming because of that.
Oh wow.
Because I was just like, like I said before, the imposter syndrome. I was like, I'm not good enough. Why am I entertaining these people? Why do people come to watch me?
Oh my God, DerpDar, I will literally punch you in the throat if you ever think that again. Stop. I will look you dead in your eyes. I'll kiss you on the mouth. All right. You are good at yeah, you're damn right I will. All right. You're good at
Do I need to leave? Should I?
Daddy, wait, why are you even here?
Sorry.
All right, but no, you're good enough. You're good enough and you're amazing. Stop having imposter syndrome. You're welcome. I've cured.
Well, see, one of the things lately that I've been doing is the fake confidence, and now I've developed real confidence. You
Yeah.
could say I
Fake
have
it till you make it.
now.
Fake it till you make it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's real.
It's true though. It is real. In all things, guys. In all things, fake it till you make it. Fact.
Indeed.
I think it was one of my favorite YouTubers that actually changed my mind on that. Markiplier. Markiplier, he said in one of his interviews, he's like, yeah, I used to not have any confidence, but as soon as I turned the camera on, I just had confidence. And eventually that evolved into my everyday life. And that's where I'm at now. I'm like, every day is a confident DerpDar, you know?
I think I've heard of him. He's quite a got a few views there in the reply bar. Yeah.
Since 2016?
Honestly,
Yeah.
when you
I
said
think
like
I've heard of him.
when you said like your favorite YouTuber, I thought you were gonna say Jazzy Foam. Actually, I'm a bit offended.
Look, I just found out about you, Jazzy. I'm just
What? I'm literally bigger than Markiplier. I don't even.
He pulls
Maybe
in more
so
views than Amaranth. Come on.
Like, please. Quote 232. I just can't even.
Unbelievable.
This is ridiculous. I mean, so you said you kind of struggle with scheduling a stream. Is there like is there like a world that you see in the future, or rather like a goal that you're working towards in the future of being able to schedule your streams and actually like without feeling anxious about it?
Lately, I've just been saying that my stream's going to start at noon. And if it's a little bit before, a little bit after, as long as I'm in that window, I'm fine.
That's fair. I mean, for the most part, usually like the first hour to 2 hours of stream is usually like people just coming in anyway.
Yeah.
So that kind of makes sense. Which is also kind of like counter, like not intuitive or productive, but like more like inverse, I guess. Inverse to what I've said before though, which is like if you're gonna stream and you want to stream for a short amount of time, 2 hours is definitely like the minimum you should be doing.
Yeah.
And I believe that. Like if you want to be
The professionals say aim for 4, but 2 hours is the absolute minimum.
Absolutely.
To make it count.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
4 is where it starts to actually, peak.
yeah.
But 2
Like a
is
lot of people
you might as well not bother if it's before 2.
Exactly.
I do 4 personally.
You don't give yourself like a hard deadline, but you're like, to maybe make yourself less anxious, you're just like, as long as it's around this time.
Yeah.
Right.
Another thing I do is at the beginning of every stream, I start with a freestyle rap. So
No, you don't.
if anyone's
Straight.
yes, I do. Yes, I do. Even if no one's there, I will start with I'm not good at it by any
I'm
means.
giving you a follow.
Yeah, bet. I have to see it. That's incredible.
I'll be there. I'm ready.
Oh my god! Now I'm mad that you don't have a set in stone schedule. Like I need to know I need to know when you're gonna start. I need to know if it's gonna be 11:30, 12:30, 12:01.
You're just gonna have to be there.
God, I know. I'm just gonna have to leave a permanent
This is
thing
his
up.
trick. He makes you just stick around all the time.
Ah, what a bitch.
That is part of my spiel. So I'm actually taking a page for my stream out of the Adult Swim playbook. Do you know anything about the Adult Swim playbook?
I don't.
I love Adult Swim.
Yeah.
So they will randomly drop things without even announcing them.
That's
true.
right. Honestly, I've seen that. It's great.
You have to be there to see it. That is the DerpDar way.
I love it.
I want to ask then, because I kind of want to go back to this MTV thing. Like, how would you run this? Because I've watched some of your stream, and a lot of it's like pretty like standard about like what you would kind of expect as like gaming and stuff. Obviously, you bring your own flair and style. Love your Mountain Dew commercials. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you're just gonna have to be there, guys.
Let's be there.
But
noon Eastern Standard Time on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, possibly. I don't know. We'll see.
Exactly. So, but like that's crazy. So, like I guess part of what I want to say is, why are you not doing some, if not like all of that format already? If that's like what you want to start working towards.
I actually am.
Okay. Me then.
No. At the beginning of every stream, I am constantly playing DMCA free music from 2 artists that I've already received permission to play their music, Sly Neon and Moose with a Scarf.
Well, if you want to add another person to that list, Carnage, there's a guy named Carnage DE. He does like drum and bass, grime, rap and stuff. In all of his, he's like a real, like he's awesome. Like he's really good. And he's also a streamer, and he makes music. It's like his whole thing. And it's like his main like income and stuff. And he made all of his music DMCA free as well. So you could always put his too. Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, yeah. I'll definitely add him because this is a call to all artists. Like any artists out there, reach out to me, derpdargaming@gmail.com.
I hear Instagram is really good for connecting with music people.
Really?
Yeah.
Instagram.
Like really good for connecting with music people. And I've heard that from Carnage as well. So
interesting. I'll get back on it.
Because of their reels, honestly. Reels would be a huge way to
it'll be the reels. Yeah, for sure. He said
that's the thing that
to post on Instagram as well. And that helped a lot.
You chopped out a little bit there.
Sorry. I'm just talking to myself, but it's fine. But no, yeah. So, Carnage actually is the one who told me he even, I think he said he even promoted, like he spent some money and promoted the same thing on YouTube and Instagram, and he's done that a few times, but apparently Instagram goes really, really well for artists, for music. So yeah, 100% he was, yeah.
I'll make a reel actually tonight before I go to bed and just put the call out.
Nice.
Do it. May make you, or not make you, but help you take big steps towards like doing this MTV format. So tell me more about this format though that you say that you already do. So you play the DMCA free music, you open with a freestyle rap. I'm here for it. Tell me more.
Honestly, I don't know what else to do yet. I'm in a
What's old
creative,
school MTV do?
Well, old school MTV, they would just play music videos and, talk about them. That's what I've been doing, is just
okay,
talking
bet.
about people's music. But I don't have music videos yet.
So you need the material to play on.
Carnage has music videos. You should go look at this. I love him so much. I know, but it's fine. There's also other people in the Jazzy fam, so if you're listening to this.
Oh yeah, I can name quite a few. Yeah.
Yeah. They all make
We've
music.
got a great Discord full of people that you could totally put the word out.
Absolutely.
If you want me to, I'll draft up a message.
It's not
Hell yeah.
about me, baby. This is you and your show. It's what you want to do.
You're right. DerpDar TV. There's a reason it's called DerpDar TV.
That's awesome,
great.
man. All right.
Mhm.
So then following up on that, what's your funniest streaming moment been so far? Like you think back, you're on your deathbed, you think
He's
back.
already laughing.
Yeah, you think back fondly. What is your most memorable funny streamer moment, at least so far?
Do you remember when ChatGPT first came out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There was one night I was streaming. It was a random stream night. It was just one of those nights where I just randomly decided to stream a game I wanted to play. I think it was Elden Ring or something. And I was sitting there playing it. And then I really got engaged with the community because someone came in and said that there was an Alaskan town called Cumtown.
Classic.
And that devolved into me making stories about Cumtown and the villagers in the Cumtown and singing songs about Cumtown.
Incredible.
And
I need to hear these campfire sounds about Cumtown.
oh my god, I can't remember any of them, bro. But
I hope you have clips.
no, I deleted them on purpose.
Unbelievable.
At the end of the stream, I said to everyone who was there, this is going to be our secret. We will never talk about Cumtown again. But every now and then, one of my viewers will come in and they'll be like, hey, what was the name of that Alaskan town again? And I can't help but chuckle or be like,
So
I'm timing you out where we don't talk about Cumtown.
I feel so not in the know. I feel so like not a cool, like I'm not one of the cool kids now. Like, I want to know.
Right there, Jazzy.
Just let you know,
Never know.
Cumtown's not a real place.
Unbelievable.
Not even our starting
Wow.
place.
Wow. I'm so sad. Let's make Cumtown real.
Yeah, honestly.
Cumtown, USA. Come
Our
on
biggest-
down to Cumtown. That was our slogan.
Our biggest exports will be adopted children and condoms.
Yeah. True. True.
How can it be both at the same time? Don't ask.
But yeah, that's the type of degeneracy you'll see over at my channel.
So a family-friendly stream. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah, totally.
I can't wait to leave little Johnny with you all day. When you first decided, like, hey, I'm going to start streaming, what, like, how easy was it for you to set up? Like, did you just, did you start off with literally nothing, like no lighting, no camera, and just like, headphone mic? Or did you, like, do some investments first and then come into it?
I had a camera.
Nice.
That's about it.
More than some
This
people.
very mic right here. Yeah.
Perfect.
But I will say, like, I went to college for digital video, like, production.
Nice.
So setting up all the stuff was really easy for me. Like,
Yeah.
for some reason,
Flex.
OBS just made sense.
Go off.
Yeah,
Well, it's college.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
And that's what I did. Like, I realized, oh, this is exactly like this program I used to use. Okay, this is easy to set up.
It's awesome.
But I will say, it is not easy. It is not fun, some of the stuff you have to do in OBS to get it to work.
Oh,
So one time, I had 2 issues a long time ago. I won't. One issue, but twice at different times. And it was, for some reason, people on Apple devices and consoles
yep.
could not watch my stream. It would instantly black out, and like it would be like stream is not available. Like, and only on Apple devices and only on consoles, never on Android, and never on PC. And I never had any idea why. And one day I just bit the bullet and I just did testing constantly. Turn stream on, get someone with an iPhone to help me. Didn't work, turn it off, change some settings, and just wash, rinse, and repeat. I just kept doing that. And the first time I figured it out is because apparently, you know, if you're streaming purely to Twitch, because at that time I was multi-streaming, which actually I want to ask you about here in a bit. But
Oh,
I was multi-streaming, and if you stream purely to Twitch, you get to like separate your VOD track. But if you're multi-streaming, you don't get to separate your VOD track. I actually figured out that if my Twitch VOD track wasn't separated, that just people on iOS and consoles couldn't watch. But and I know that because if you don't stream, like I said, purely to Twitch, you don't get that option. But 2, when I did stream purely to Twitch, I still got the issue if my VOD track and my stream track were both on track 1. But as soon as I separated it to track 2, it actually worked. It started working, and then people on iOS and stuff could watch it. That's so fucking weird. And what's even weirder is I had the issue again, and I was like, I don't know what the issue is now, so I had to go do it again. I know I wasn't gonna let it bother me for months like I did last time. I was like, fuck it, we're just gonna bite the bullet and do it again. Testing, got people with an iPhone to help me, just on and off constantly my stream, changing settings. And what you won't ever guess, it was the audio this time. The audio,
so weird.
I think it wasn't the audio bit rate, because I think it was the same. It was like the audio hertz, and like all of my audio, like all of my hertz tracks were at like, I think like 48, except for like track 1 or something, and that was at like 40. I don't know. I'm just throwing out random numbers. I know 48 was
Right.
I think what it is, but you know, it was different. Is my point. And when I changed that to be in line, because I don't know why it was different, I was like, let me just change it on a whim, because I tried everything else at this point, so I don't know what else to do. And it started working. And I was like, what? So, I don't know, it was fucking weird. And yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, OBS, I love it, but it's also like, why you do
Right.
things? So
I noticed the other day that you used the same bot I used as well. Mix it up.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. We talked very much in depth about Mixed It Up. Yeah, we sim.
Yeah.
I just want to say now, because I said I want to ask you about it. So multi-streaming. Do you multi-stream? Have you ever multi-streamed? And do you want to multi-stream in the future? Like, what is your opinions on this?
I tried to multi-stream once
How?
early on in DLive. I was trying to just multi-stream to DLive because I was trying to get that PewDiePie money when it first started.
Facts.
Gotta get that money.
It's fair. I feel it.
He was just randomly gifting like people millions of dollars, and I'm like, I want that.
Yeah, Jesus.
Said SpongeBob scene where Patrick's like, I'm getting back in line. Fish actually just like, yeah.
I'm getting back in line. It's true.
Yeah.
The problem I had with that is the frame rate on DLive is different from Twitch.
Oh,
So it was causing a ton of problems. Yeah, it runs at like 59 instead of
What?
60.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Mind you, there's a reason the stream service is dead now, but
Yeah.
Wait, is it still around?
it was for a while, but not anymore.
Okay. So would you like? So you said you did it once. Do you mean like one stream, or just like while DLive was around?
While DLive was around, and then I after I had all the problems, like my computer crash, OBS crash, I was like, you know what? I'm never doing this again.
Did you ever find any returns on it though while you were doing it?
No, absolutely not when I was doing it because DLive was too fresh of a system. Now, if I did it to YouTube right now, I bet you I would. Because
Based on
YouTube is,
what?
so a buddy of mine who also streams, he's trying to make a full transition over to YouTube.
Ew.
And money. But he's seeing
How is that worth the money?
significant growth.
Really? Because I used to stream to YouTube and I saw
Really?
literally nothing. Well, I got like 2 people, and I was just like, it's not worth it. And they didn't even come over to Twitch anyway. Like, I don't know.
I think it's rare that it can work, but it can because otherwise people wouldn't bother.
I think it works if you already have a following.
Yeah, fair. I also agree with that.
I think there's a certain lightning aspect to it too, getting struck by that lightning at the right time. A bunch of people come in, then suddenly,
It's true. Right place, right time.
The only problem I have with multi-streaming and the reason I don't do it right now is because I feel like it's segregating your community into 2 different portions.
I feel it like, I mean, you're not wrong, but you're not right either.
I feel I think it can segregate, but you got to focus on what brings them together, like having a communal Discord or something to bring everyone together. Not just, you talk to YouTube people.
Make them fight.
Twitch.
Make them fight. I've seen people do that.
Yeah, I was watching a streamer the other day, and his YouTube chat was like, how do I start beef with the Twitch chat? And I'm like, oh, I'm ready to go, man.
Yeah, exactly. And then, I saw someone be like, oh, damn, Kick. They're streaming the Kick and Twitch. And they're like, oh, damn, Kick. These Twitch guys just donated like 20 subs. What are you doing, you fucking wimps? And then someone else was like, fuck you. So they dumped 20 subs. And then someone else was like, I'm going to dump 5 more. And then Twitch was like, well, I'm going to dump 5 more. And then I was just like, the streamer knows exactly what they did. I know exactly what they tried to do there.
Oh, yeah, it's all coming together.
You better just change my mind about all this.
They're sitting there like, Oh my God, that's fair. All right. Okay, so do you think multi-streaming is worth it? And would you consider doing it again in the future?
Yes and no. That's such a double-edged sword question because, yeah, I want to because I want to grow my audience, but at the same time, the other problems I said before, I don't want to feel like I'm segregating anyone.
Well, I don't think I think segregating your community is the wrong way to think about it. If you're multi-streaming, people will discover you in different ways. Yeah. And so it's more like they're coming together to the community through you, because otherwise they never would have been with you in the first place and they never would have even been a part of your community. So it's not really like segregating them because you're not saying, hey guys, go watch here and you guys go watch here. It's just kind of like,
right.
I'm going to stream in these places. And if you just happen to be passing by, that's awesome, But
I'm going to say I won't do it just because I have a hard enough time keeping up with chat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough. So what is your opinion on overlays and interactivity on streams? And in your opinion, when does it become too much?
When does it become too much?
And then you could weave in this question, what do you have on your stream interactivity overlay-wise?
I like that. So overlay-wise, I absolutely love overlays, but I'm more of a minimalistic overlay person because, I just have me on the screen with the game usually. But when I'm transitioning my scene, my just chatting scene, it, has my green screen, which isn't doing too good with the Discord stuff right now. But anyways, I have my just chatting. I have my, in game. I have my Zoom button because, I like having to where if I'm trying to make a point, I can hit my Zoom button and blow up real big and like say something.
Oh yeah,
Bring
I
back
love a good
down.
Zoom button.
I think having the overlays for like BRB and stuff like that's really important because if you get up or something, you don't want to just leave your chair there. If you get weighted and there's just a chair there, it happens. It's funny when it happens, but if it's
so
every
funny.
time,
Yeah.
Is it funny? It's less funny, haha, and more funny like my life.
Yeah.
well, it's funny against the streamer. It's like, the streamer got up and walked away.
Yeah.
And you just got a rate of 98.
No, me just in Jazzy's DMs. Jazzy, get off of the toilet.
Oh, I can't. It's hoping.
Basically, what I have on mine, I like having interactivity. I forgot to talk about that.
Yeah.
Interactivity. For my stream, I have a couple things like you hit a button and like the Toasty dude from Mortal Kombat pops up and says Toasty. My expensive hydrate, which is one of my favorite redeems because it's just a normal hydrate except it's expensive.
Yes.
Okay. Wait, flex.
But it's attached to Teamy from oh my god, why am I blanking on the name in that game? Undertale.
Oh, Timmy, the dog.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Timmy.
That's why
Timmy, because I say hoi all the time.
Yes.
And Timmy says hoi.
Yeah.
See that for Undertale though?
So I have little things like that, but like I don't like when things are like super in your face the entire time. It's too much stimulation for my brain.
How do you feel about
Yeah.
moving stuff on screen?
Yeah.
Like the Pokemon?
Well,
Yeah, the little stream avatars.
I wasn't thinking of stream avatars specifically, but you can comment on stream avatars. But I just mean moving stuff in general, whether it be like moving borders, scrolling text, animations, things like that.
I mean, if it's done in an artistic way, sure. But otherwise, I think you don't need all that stuff.
No.
You can just do it.
Well, they may not need it, but
Yeah.
No.
But do you think it's bad, or do you think it's just it is what it is? Let them do them.
It is what it is. Everybody has their own flavor,
Okay, DerpDar.
What do you think of?
I need you
just had
to tell me it's ass.
Just kidding. You're saying the wrong thing. You know the audio thing.
All of these people who aren't watching, I'll let you know, I can see on his face, I can tell he wants to say it's bad. Just say it.
It's so
We're gonna state you, man.
I can see it on your face. It's okay. I get it. It's like to each their own. You do you. Me personally, I think it's garbage.
I don't want too much of it. I like the little things that pop up, every now and then. My personal thing, I don't like giving my audience too much power, because if you give the audience too much power, guess what? You're going to be fighting a boss, and then suddenly something's going to pop up, and it's going to be like, whoa, let's go.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, I just had a question. It was to do with overlays and interactivity.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanted less of the moving things, but more of what do you think of loud noises, jump scares, loud music playing, anything audio? Yeah, because you're an audio guy. Yeah. I respect your audio.
Whoa, Derp. Now hold on. It was okay to dunk on people who have a lot of moving parts and things in their stream, but I have a lot of sounds. All right.
No, Jazzy, that's not the level I'm talking about.
Oh, no, there's a level above, even further above what you have.
Oh, yeah.
It is just constant.
Multiple things.
What are you talking about? What's his name? He's bald and he's well, he was at the time a Super Mario Maker streamer. He's not really anymore.
No.
He had 3,000 to 5,000, 6,000 viewers all the time. He literally never spoke almost. And yeah, no, dude, I understand the appeal. He almost never spoke, and he was very stoic, very stoic. Wow. And I just think it was so funny because basically he had text to speech on for his donations for a very obscene amount, very low. And people would just spam it constantly with either the most heinous shit, funny shit, sometimes a genuine message. and usually just the spam that you can put in there to like make the bot say something like that's annoying. Yeah, exactly. Over constantly for hours, and it's just him just playing the game, and then like occasionally maybe he'll miss a jump, or even if sometimes he misses a jump, just says nothing. I'm like, and sometimes he'll miss a jump and be like, oh yeah, that was a bit harder than I thought. Like that's literally it. And it's just people trying to constantly get him to break with spam. But like it never happens. And it never has.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy. And it's just constant. I can't stay in his streams. I don't know how he has thousands of people watching. It's just so much. It's awful.
That's what we call the sellout way.
Yeah.
You can definitely go the sellout way. I don't recommend it for your own sanity.
Yeah, it works for him. I couldn't do it. Yeah, it would drive me nuts. But I talk all the time, so he just does the
same.
Like,
yeah. No, your streams definitely, and like you've got a lot going on, but it's for the most part not overwhelming.
I think I toe the line, because if everyone
there's a couple things that I'm just like, oh, okay, but like for the most part, I love your streams, and
like
I get overwhelmed very easily.
Like what?
I'm not gonna call it out.
No, call it out.
It might be the
Oh,
Redeem.
Get over it.
But yeah, that's like it's very expensive and rarely ever gets used, so it's like it's fine.
So I will say, ever since I've come to Jazzy streams, I am really impressed by your stream, dude. You have a very professional stream.
Well, thank you.
It's what I'm aiming to be, and I love it because we both have very similar vibes and stuff. You know, you're a little bit more high energy than I am, and I appreciate that.
We're gonna get to Jazzy.
It means a lot. Thank you so much.
Of course.
But yeah.
Jazzy, how does it feel for someone to want to be the next Jazzy FAUX? Does it tickle that little place in your heart?
Well, it's actually just something I've learned to live with my entire life. So nothing.
This guy, honestly.
All right. So I'm gonna kind of rapid fire a few of these questions now.
All right.
So give me some quick answers. What are your long and short-term goals for your stream?
Short-term goals are just to have fun every stream, no matter what. Have fun. Long-term goals: continue building my community. I want more people to come out and hang out with people.
That's great, but that's very vague. Can you give me something more specific for both?
You wanted rapid fire? Come on, man. No,
rapid fire, but sometimes I gotta put the scope on. All right.
All right. As far as having more fun on stream, I'm going to start introducing very soon, because like I have an 11-foot green screen behind me that you can't really see. You can kind of see it here.
Hot.
I want to start making more videos and putting them on my channel, just like the Mountain Dew commercials I have and stuff like that, just to get more entertainment and stuff.
That's great.
Not to mention, it buys me more breaks, because I'm like, hey, watch this video. I can walk away for like 5 minutes. There's that. And then as far as building community, actually like doing outreach and like trying my hardest to do social media. Whether it be TikTok or oh god, what's that one where you can like send clips? It's like all streamers and they just post their clips on it.
That's fake. It's garbage now. It's died.
Oh, is it dead?
Well, that's what I've heard, and I've not used it since. So.
What was that one you were advertising the other day? That seemed pretty good.
The one you partnered with, I believe.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, the long social media website that you partnered with.
Oh, Just About. I love Just About.
Yeah, I knew it was just something.
Yeah, they're great.
I maybe get on there, get on TikTok, make more TikTok videos, just all the stuff, you know.
Where do you see yourself in a year?
Where do I see myself? Pretty much sitting in the same spot I'm sitting in right now, my dude. I am not gonna lie.
That's not true.
That's not true, because you don't want to
share more monitors.
No, that's not true. You want to change it up a little bit, right? You want to keep growing. You don't want to be stagnant. Right, so
I would like to do a stream revamp as far as all of my overlays and stuff like that. That's really my only goal in the future.
Okay, so that's epic. So that's awesome. All right, So I just, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to hear. Write it down.
Give everyone a more cohesive experience with my stream.
If you could change one thing about your stream right now, money's not an issue. Like whatever you need is not an issue. A genie comes up and it says, "I'll grant you one wish if it pertains to your stream," and that's it. What you change that one thing? What would it be?
I wish, I'm talking to this genie right now. I wish for a full production team behind my stream, because if I had a full production team, I would slay, just because I have these ideas. And the problem is sometimes these ideas can't get out of the head because there's too many worms in the head yelling at me.
God, I hate the brain worms.
It's so facts. One of the first things I did was hire an editor, and I've just recently been blessed enough to find and also employ, I use that term loosely, to avoid legal problems.
Of course.
But to employ a social media manager and producer, and just from the 3.5-hour meeting we had the other day, I'm very excited. Things are, it's definitely, I think it's definitely rough when you're doing it all yourself. Now, sum up your streaming journey so far. Sum it up. Just sum it up with 5 words, and then you can give me a sentence afterwards.
5 words? Okay.
5 words.
Totally chaotic, degenerate, yells.
Mountain Dew.
On streams, not one word.
Okay. All right. Now you can use proper sentences.
So you want me to go all the way back from when I first started? Like I said before, the 2019
just like
stuff?
you sum it up in the best way that you think sums it up for you. Like this, you can be like, it's been a totally enjoyable journey so far, and I'm really excited to continue. Or you can be like, back from when I started, I never thought I could get even to where I am now. Whatever. Just like sum it up. Trials, tribulations, good, bad. Give it all to me, baby. But like concise.
Okay, so I definitely didn't think I would ever make it to where I am today. Sitting at, I think I just crossed over 700. I don't remember exactly. Let me look. Sorry.
Good.
How do you use Twitch? 706 followers.
Congratulations.
Like I'm just like blown away. Not to mention, like, part of that was from you, Jazzy, because you gave me that big raid, and then a bunch of people followed me. And I was like, holy shit, what the hell happened?
Well, what can I say? Just a gamer.
Well, dude, I'm gonna stroke that ego. I'm telling you, I'm impressed with what you got out there. But anyways, no, I never thought I would get here. I never thought I would make friends after I hit 30. Because I'm 35.
Whoa, dude. We don't talk about age. Joking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine. I'm just joking.
No, I never thought I would meet all these super cool people. But I mean, the cool thing about streaming so far is it brings all the like-minded people out. And with that, I have continued to grow as a human being. And I'm going to continue to. That is my plan. That is what I'm doing in my stream journey. Growing as a human being.
Well, there you go. That's awesome. And I hope you continue to get the growth that you're looking for. Get rid of that anxiety. Get that schedule hard set. So that way I never miss your freestyles. And then we're in business.
All right.
Is there anything about streaming that you want to ask either one of us?
How long did it take you to get where you are in streaming, Jazzy?
Well, I've been streaming for like 3 years. A little over 3 years now. But
how long have you been taking it serious, though?
Like 2 weeks less than the 3 years I've been streaming.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, I did it for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, well, the story I say, and I won't say it for the sake of time, but I'm sure a lot of people know it, is like I was waiting for my immigration. A lot of people think it's great to do whatever you want, because luckily, and I do understand, I'm very blessed to have my parents support me, not only in that time when I was waiting for my immigration, it wasn't legal for me to work, but also they also support me streaming and help me with that. But I know a lot of people think like, oh, you can't work, and you have all your expenses paid. That sounds like the life. And like, yeah, it kind of is for like a year, and then you get really, really fucking bored. And there's only so much degeneracy, sleeping late, drinking, drugs, whatever. Like, there's only so
Right.
much you can do before it just all becomes really boring. And then you're just like, man, I mean, I know some of y'all are gonna be like, wow, Jazzy, what a life to, what a thing to complain about, oh,
When you're
bored.
in it, you realize
You're
it's
like,
not all it's,
suffering from success, like, but like, please give me, like, please, like, try and think slightly critically. Like, I promise you, it's great,
Yeah.
but you definitely get really tired of it. And I was missing that thing, that drive, that motivation. And so I was like, well, I can't work legally. What can I do? And so I was like, I'll just start streaming. I watch streams like all the time. I can do that. And then literally in like the first 2 weeks, I was like, well, actually it was the first week. And then the second week was like setting it up. But the first week, I just fell so deeply in love with it. And I was like, all right, I don't really believe in fate or God or destiny or any of that.
Yep.
But if there is a higher power, I definitely feel like I was put here on this planet to do this. I was like,
Yes.
this is what I was meant for. And I love it so much. And I've been working towards it for about 3 years, but I couldn't sign the affiliate contract for I signed it 8 months ago. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I signed it 8 months ago, but I was
Yeah,
working.
you just gotta look at like my sub link.
Yeah, honestly,
because it's just like, first sub.
Yeah, so
That might be a blessing, really, because like I feel like going affiliate too early is a bad thing to do. Honestly.
Yeah.
Genuinely, I think you should try and do it as early as possible within reason. Like, I think
we've dabbled on it.
Yeah, like don't I think you're right. Like maybe like the second you get it at like 3 viewers, maybe don't maybe somewhere around 15 would probably be a 15 concurrent average would probably be good for a few reasons. But
and people think that like you need to because of all the emotes and all the redeems, but you can do all that shit with that.
Yeah, I worked
Jazzy
around.
did it.
Yeah, I worked around all of
Jazzy
it.
had great stuff.
I had fake channel points. I was like, I don't need channel points. I can do it myself. I was like, emotes. I have BTTV. F you. I've got everything that a normal streamer would have. It just, was a little bit more convoluted. But yeah, like the lack of ads was quite nice.
That's the thing. The lack of ads, I feel like, helps a lot of people grow a little bit further because, I can't tell you the number of times I'm guilty of this. If I go to a stream and the first thing I see is an ad, sometimes I will just click out.
Yeah, which also, I mean, we didn't talk about it. God, we're really out of time, but we didn't talk about it. No, it's fine. We didn't talk about it, but it's like pre-rolls or mid-rolls. Like which way, the eternal conundrum. I know a lot of people who have a lot of issues with just like setting like, oh, I set my pre-rolls, but they never roll, or oh, I set it to do it at this point in the stream and they never did it. And it's just like, it seems to just play at random. And then I actually, full cards on the table, I've not touched my advertising settings at all, ever.
I have touched mine a lot.
I signed my affiliate contract and I was like, I'm not gonna with it because people would come in and be like, I'm not getting ads, Jazzy, and I'm not even subs. And I was like, oh, I'm not gonna with it. I'm not gonna with it, whatever. So I just didn't with it at all. But also, from everything I've been told, it seems like no matter how much people with it, it never seems to do what they want anyway. So
no. It's funny because mine does it perfectly. Mine does exactly what I want.
It's crazy.
Mine doesn't.
Yeah, you see? So
I'm
not.
No, it's weird. Yeah, fair enough.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No.
But that's fair. Oh, I appreciate the question. DerpDar, plug yourself one more time. Thank you once again for joining us on FAUX the Streamers, and hopefully you gained some insight and some advice, some skills, some thoughts, whatever it is. Hopefully you gained something out of this, and as always, see y'all in the next one. But again, DerpDar, plug us one more time, my friend, and give us a little spiel about yourself.
Guys, gals, non-gender binary pals, my name is DerpDar. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I like to play a lot of horror video games, music video games, Dark Souls video games, and just be chill. I like to yell about anime. I like to play music. Please come join me, twitch.tv/DerpDar. That is twitch.tv/DerpDar, DerpDar.